Today, we are diving into the 3D side of Davinci Resolve so you can learn how to make this text ring effect. Now, if you want to follow along, the project files are linked down below. They are free, so, take advantage of that. Anyways, cue the intro.
Super awesome intro!
It's the intro. Alrighty, the very first thing that we need to do is actually rotoscope the object we're trying to put the text around. And there's a million different ways to do that, so I don't really want to spend too much time going over that in this video. But if you want to learn more, I have some things that you can check out if you want. Now, because I have Studio, there's a neat little feature called Magic Mask, which is AI rotoscoping. The workflow that I'm going to use is a little different, but it's pretty much the same thing. So we need to convert our clip into a fusion clip. To do this, we're going to right click it, new fusion clip, and then head on into Fusion. So this is where that workflow difference starts. You would potentially have a second media node, but in this case, I'm adding a magic mask node and then doing all my rotoscoping inside of Fusion. All right, as you can see, we have our rotoscope clip here and we got our regular clip right here. Workflow difference is done. Now comes the fun part. We need to convert this into a 3D scene. And to do that, it's really simple. In your hotbar, you'll see this guy right here. This is an image plane. We're going to take it and connect our rotoscope clip to the image plane. If we bring that into the first window by hitting 1 on our keyboard, ba-bam, 3D space now. The next thing that we need to do is bring in a 3D merge so we can add text here. Guess what? In the hotbar, 3D merge. Take that, connect our image plane to that 3D merge, and look, we got a little T, 3D text. Let's add that in, connect it to our 3D merge, and we're gonna put some text here. Example. If we bring the 3D merge into window 1 by hitting 1 on our keyboard, oh my god. Before we start customizing the text node, let's add a render 3D, spotlight, render 3D, and then a regular old merge node and connect the renderer to that merge so we can see what's going on. That's not good. So in this image plane, we're gonna go to transform and then bring up the scale. If you bring the scale up to 2.945, that's the exact size of the sheriff. Okay, cool. Everything is to scale. We just have to make the text wrap around the sheriff. And that's really simple. It's just a couple settings. So inside that text 3D, we're gonna go to layout and change the type from point to circle. That's not quite right. Okay, first of all, this text is a little chunky, so I'm just gonna go back to the text setting and then bring down the size of it, so that way we can actually see what's going on. Now, the reason why I didn't use the size setting here is because that's actually the size of the circle. We also have width, which is, well, the width of the circle. So, make it what you want. Anyways, from here, we need to rotate this text so that way it's sitting kind of parallel to the ground, because right now it's parallel, well, to the camera. To do that, we're gonna go over to the first transform settings and just make the X setting like -90. It looks kind of weird in 2D space, but if we look in 3D space, hey, look at that, it's arching. So the only thing that we have to do now is rotate it so it's positioned correctly around the sheriff. To do that, we're gonna go to the 3D transform settings and then use the Y axis. Now it's starting to look right. Lastly, we're gonna use the translation settings to reposition it over the sheriff. So we gotta move a little bit to the left and then down. Boom, you're done. Sort of, because right now we just have regular text kind of overlaid, and that doesn't look super good. However, if we go back to layout, we can use the Z setting to make it rotate around the sheriff. So the only thing that you have to do now is just add keyframes. So at the beginning, we'll add a keyframe, then go to the end of this and make it rotate some. Now when we play it back, ta-da! We have rotating text around our sheriff. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or join the Discord and either myself or one of the editing helpers can help you. Also, I want to give a shout out to the Gassy members. You guys keep it stinky. Anyways, I gotta go. Goodbye.